How's it going, everyone? My name is Will from Ghosthack, and today I'm going to be discussing and showing you around Ghosthack's Platinum Producer Suite. Now, the Platinum Producer Suite is essentially a very large sample and preset pack for producers. It comes with over 4,000 different files, from vocals to samples to loops to MIDI to live instruments to Serum presets and all other kinds of Serum files as well. All the sound designers and management at Ghosthack really put a lot of time and effort into this pack, making it a really solid choice for pretty much any producer, no matter what genre of electronic music you're producing. Comes with lots of different vocal samples for lots of different genres. We have a ton of live instruments like piano, guitar, brass, and sitar. We also have packages overflowing with electronic, digital synthesized samples as well, of, as you can see here, drums, bass lines, one-shots, loops, MIDI files, all kinds of stuff. The pack also comes with a full Serum district, which I'm going to show you in just a couple of minutes, but that comes with all sorts of Serum files like presets, noises, LFOs, wavetables, and even some effect chains. You will also receive several video tutorials from yours truly, but enough talk, let's get into the pack itself. So first off, when you take a look at the bundle, you're going to see an EDM district, a general district, a live instruments section, melody and effects district, Serum district, and vocals. You will also receive links to download the video tutorials and an FL Studio project file, but those are self-explanatory. So going into the EDM district, you can see we have loops, one-shots, and MIDI files. So I'm going to go into these loops and let's take a look at what we have. We have some acid lines, as well as some psytrance bass lines. Here are some drum fills. We have drum rolls as well. Here's some hi-hat loops. Percussion loops. And here we have some full drum loops with the stems separated, like here's the kick. Here's the snare. Here are the cymbals. And here's the full drum loop. And we have full drum loops for all different styles of electronic music, from dubstep to hip hop to everywhere in between. Next up, there are some bass loops. Next up, we have some synth loops. And then finally, we have some vocal loops right here. And that is just the loop section for one district. If we go into the MIDI files, you can see we have lots of different MIDIs for melodies and chords here. And then we can go into the one-shots. Here's some brass. We have some psytrance bass shots. Trance kicks. Cymbals. Here's some acid shots. We have foley ambiances recorded from the real world here. Here we have some heavy 808s. Those are actually really nice. Next we have some synth one-shots, which are all based off the synth loops. Then we have some claps. Here are the bass one-shots from the loops. Here we have some evolving pads. Those sound very atmospheric. Onto some hi-hats. Here are 50 different kicks of all different styles. And next we have some Foley percussions from the loops. And here's some different effects like down sweeps. Some miscellaneous effects. Impacts. Some risers. And sub bass drops. And then lastly, here are snares. And that's the overview for just the EDM district. We still have this general district right here, which has a lot of different loops, like some abstract percussion loops. We have drum fills. They're drum loops, again with the stems separated. Then there's some hat and tambourine loops. We have some house bass loops here. And we also have neuro bass loops. Those are very interesting. Here's some synth percussion loops. And tribal percussion loops. This package also has lots of MIDI files for melodies, chords, and arps. For the one-shots, we have even more claps. There's a lot of them here. We have some drones. That are very atmospheric. Next up, we have Foley. We have Foley kicks, which are very interesting. We also have Foley snares. Next up, here are the hats and tambourines from the loops. And then we have some heavy kicks. And here's some neuro bass one-shots. Those are really heavy. And here's some more pads. After that, we have percussions, as well as some sound effects like downshifters, Foley, some percussion sound effects, as well as a lot of uplifters. Here we also have some shakers. Very useful. And here are the snares. There's a lot of them. And we also have synth one-shots. And lastly, in this section, we have the textures. A lot of those have a lot of ambience to them. So that's 2 districts covered. Now we're going to move on to the live instruments, where you can see we have some Cajun shots. We have congas, which are very useful in percussion loops. We have some field recordings, such as city recordings. Some rain. We have general water recordings. And then here are the hi-hats. Next up for the instruments, here is an acoustic guitar. Here's some brass. And here we have piano. And lastly, here's the sitar. We have loops that are loopable. We have fade out to the loops and one-shots. Moving on from the instruments, we have percussions. And next we have a couple real snares. Here's this snare. And then we have this snare. And the last folder for the live instruments has the tumbadora, which is also very useful for percussion loops. And then moving on, we have this melody and effects district. You can see we have 100 different MIDI files here for ARPs, we have melodies, and we have some sustained chords. But here we have a lot of melodic loops. And there are also a lot of one-shots, such as some abstract effects, which are very good for adding texture to your music. Then there's impacts, which are also very interesting. We have pads and drones. A few percussions. And then there are some risers. Some of which are also very kind of abstract. Next we have some rhythm sound effects, just a couple. Here are synth stabs. And then finally we have synth sustained. Alright, and before we get to the Serum district, I'm just going to quickly go over the vocals. You can see we have these vocalists right here. Let's take Emily, for example. We can go and we find Emily's acapellas.
Every time I look into your eyes, I got this feeling, babe.
And then for a lot of vocalists, such as James, they also have ad-libs. Some one-words.
Dance, shout, starlight.
And some phrases.
Girl, don't you know I need you? Look up at the sky.
So we have Brandon, who has all four.
Your gift of love.
We have Jenny, who also has all four.
Take it or leave it.
We also have Melissa, who has ad-libs and acapellas.
Baby, oh baby.
There's Natasha, who has all of them plus extra.
Oh, I wanna fly.
And then Sophia, who also has all four.
Never be the same.
So in the Serum effects district, you will find effect chains, LFO shapes, noises, presets, wavetables, and a video that I made showing you how to exactly import these sounds into your Serum libraries. But here I can show you a couple of presets. So there we go, that's just a basic overview of the package. If you are an electronic producer that is in the market for a package such as this, that has all kinds of stuff to just generate inspiration or give you material to work with in your tracks, I highly recommend checking out this bundle. You can read much more about this on the Ghosthack website. So I highly recommend you follow the link to the website if you're on YouTube. That's going to be in the description of this video, where you can read up and check out the kind of offer we have on this pack. We really appreciate all of your support, and I will see you in the next video. Happy producing.